At breakfast, Maddie, knowing full well that Holly had now wet the bed 6 nights in a row, played innocent and questioned Holly. "So Holly, have you had any more nighttime accidents since the other day? Was I not clear when I told you to never mention that again, Maddie?" And the answer is no, because it was just a one-off as I was unwell, which I'm over now, so stop being such a condescending little brat. Have you got that? God, you don't need to be such a bitch about it. I was just asking. Well, don't. Stop speaking to me like I'm some kid, okay? I get it, you've always been jealous of me 'cause I'm better than you at everything. And a couple of accidents changes nothing. Wart fingers. Maddie hated when her sister called her that. Ever since she was young she'd had trouble with warts on her hands, mainly on her fingers. Holly had off and on used that name whenever she felt like being mean and belittling to Maddie. Her words showed her sister's true inner spite. Maddie could tell the bedwetting was really getting to Holly for her to have said this, as she was never usually this unhappy and bad-tempered. Mum was now in total disbelief that her eldest daughter had suddenly now out of nowhere managed to wet her bed 6 nights in a row. The doctor had even said there was no obvious reason for the accidents and that hopefully it would just pass. She spoke to Holly about it before she had left for college, and explained that her bedding and pajamas were being completely ruined and that her room would soon start smelling of pee, which Maddie would surely eventually notice. Holly tried to avoid the conversation as it was something she couldn't quite believe she was having to discuss with her mother at her age. After a short talk, Mum said that she would speak to her further about it later on that night. Whilst at college, Holly struggled to focus on her classes. She tried to put the inevitable embarrassing talk she would have with her mother out of her mind. She felt like some little kid that was going to be told off for wetting the bed, except she was no longer a little kid, but a mature, beautiful and intelligent 18-year-old college student, looking to get the grades that would get her a place for next year at one of the top universities in the country. The accidents were really starting to bother her the longer they went on. A couple of her friends even asked her what was up, as they thought she hadn't been acting herself the last few days. She certainly had no intention of telling them what was up. Holly felt as if she'd literally rather die than any of them find out she had been wetting the bed.